Digital privacy. One of the more important things you must know, whether you're an adult, a child, a grandma, or grandpa, you have to know what digital literacy is. Now, you might say to yourself, you know, you might say to yourself, you know, why? Why? Why is digital literacy so important? Now let me just slap you, just kami high, slap you in the face, because digital literacy is important, because anything you post on the internet can be seen by everyone, and I mean everyone. The whole world can see, as long as they have access to Wi-Fi, a device, anything, they can see everything you post there. It could be an embarrassing photo, like perhaps a photo where you have pants, and then they're wet, and then you're like, oh no, what am I going to do? And someone just take a photo of you peeing, check. And after that, your social life is destroyed. This goes boom, boom. Here, let me give you an example. Here, be more specific. This is your digital reputation. This is the wall of your this is the wall of your reputation digitally, It's gigantic, massive wall. It seems okay, everyone's, it seems alright at first, but then that guy like took a photo of you peeing. This wall goes boom, explodes. It just boom. It goes boom, boom, boom. Absolute massacre. You don't want that to happen, because then later, if you want to do the same thing when you grow up, you can't. You can't. Do you know why? Because you've been humiliated. You got someone took a photo of you peeing your pants. And because of this, they're just gonna know you as the guy who peed your pants. That's pretty embarrassing. That's a personal example. Now, that isn't really that serious, but what if I gave an example like this? You go to a restaurant, wait, that guy looks angry. You go to a restaurant with your brother, with your younger brother. You go to this sweet resto, nice food, nice everything. You've been here before. It tastes delicious, right? The food there. But so you go in there, you do the normal stuff. You eat food, like the usual stuff, and you're like super happy that you got this food. You're like, oh my, I can't wait to eat it. And after you finish your food, all full and everything, just this little lump right there. Yeah, that lump. Like, oh my gosh. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so full. Now, first of all, being too full feels bad. Something even worse will happen. You think that a photo, like you would take a photo with your brother, right over here, smiley face, my smiley face and everything. Things all ends well and stuff. Just take a photo, check, take a photo, little selfie with your brother. It seems alright, right? Seems alright. You took a photo with your brother. Take a photo of your brother. I mean, that's alright in my opinion. You could take a photo of your brother. Except under your nose, something sinister happened. There's nothing it's sinister in a way. You see your photo again, right? You post it on social media, and then like all this stuff, oh, I love my brother and stuff. Like there's your photo that you took. You're like, oh, I'm super happy because I took a photo of my brother. But when you check again, look at the photos, then you realize that your brother was holding a letter that he got. A letter that also so happens to be, that also has the exact place, the exact place where you live. This thing, that's a letter. And this is where you live. And now, anyone who sees that will be able to know where you live. So, in this case, a really bad guy, let's say a thief, he sees your video and you're like, oh my gosh, free money, I know where this guy lives. And then he realizes you went to this really expensive restaurant, like $1 million bills. You have to pay a lot of money for this restaurant. They're like, oh, I bet he's loaded, like he's thinking to his head. I bet you got stacks, He's like, oh, I bet this kid has stacks. So of course, as a thief, he would be interested to take your money. And imagine you had a house tour, to show what your house looks like. Now it seems innocent, but when people know what your house looks like and where you live, especially the inside of the house, they get to see your living room, they get to see your bed, they get to see your dining room, they get to see everything. That's a big, like, really huge, hold up, really huge red flag. There you go, big, humongous red, oh no, big red flag, big, gigantic red flag. Okay, so now they know where you live, and now they know where your house, what your house looks like. So, say this is your house. Oh, wait. Let's say this is your house, normal looking house, right? Normal looking house, pretty rich, pretty big house. The burglar, he could just be like, yeah, I know what this house looks like. I know where the room is, where all the rooms are, where I could go in and where I could go out. He's like dashing through with like his sack where he's gonna put all his money. And then a few, like, I don't know, let's say 30 minutes later, this is your house right now. This is the little thief, you know, with this sack of money, like this huge bag of money. And guess what? That money, guess who that money belongs to? That money belongs to you. Yeah, this money belongs to you. He stole your money because you weren't careful. You didn't know anything about digital privacy. That money is yours. You got negative stocks. You got no more money left. Got negative dollars. You got negative RP. Got negative rupee. Got negative euros. You get it? Don't have any more money. You're poor. You're like, you just stay in your house, you know, just contemplating, what should I do? I'm practically broke. And then, since you don't have any more money, you can't, you know, eat food. And because of that, now you're skinny. Now you're like extra skinny. Like your face, just utter skinniness. Like here, let me give you an example. This is your face when you're skinnier. A lot of cavities over there, and then you got your nose, then you got your eyes, which are deep holes because you can't eat, you know. And because you can't eat, that means you can't focus during work. You know, let's say you work in an office. You walk inside. This is you. You walk inside the office. You feel a bit dizzy because you're too concerned about your money. Try to find it all night. You can't focus. This is you. This is you right now. This is you just sweating. You're just sweating because you don't know what to do. You got no money. You can't eat. You're not focusing anymore. Can't do your work correctly. So what are you gonna do now? Exactly. You can't. Because of that, you live in the streets. You got no job. You got fired. And now you're living on the streets. Just sad in life. All because you took a photo. All because you took a photo with your brother. And that was exposed on the internet. And you didn't care to notice that you had a house tour. And now they know where you live. And now you're living on the streets. All alone. Maybe with your family. And if you're all alone, got nothing to do, you're just crying. You're just crying. You're just crying right now. You're like so sad. You don't know what to do. You're sleep deprived because, you know, you're trying to find a job. You're just crying and crying. This is all your tears. Here, let me make them blue. It's all your tears. Just look at them. Look at all your tears. So sad. This is why. This is an example of why digital privacy is important. Because if you not people know where you live, they could steal stuff from you, and that's really bad. You can't let that happen to you. And another example. Let's say instead of instead of a letter with your location or wherever you live, You have a debit card. I don't know what debit cards look like. I already forgot. Just say this is a debit card right here. Debit card right there. Your brother showed this, while you guys were taking a photo. And he's like, oh, so happy, so happy. I gotta eat with my bro. And then, yeah, you take a photo with it, Check. Then, you proceed to post it. Maybe families might like it. Might get a lot of followers or something. Just because you took a photo, you're like super happy. Oh, I'm like famous. But you're famous, except you risk your life, your money. People know what your debit card looks like now. They know all the information. Even worse, let's say there's a mirror behind it. Then people can see both sides, and in the right angle, of course. This is really deadly, really really kachao, really messed up. Cause all these though, but let's just say these are some criminals. These guys are like bad people, Hold up. Bad people. They're like they're like, oh, I'm gonna get so much money out of this. They're like super happy. They're about to steal all your money. All they need to know is where your credit card is. I mean debit card. And all they need to do is just take it. Say just walking around, you about to pay for something, Hold up. Oh, so you're about to pay for something. It's cashier and stuff. It's like, oh, can I please have your card? We only accept the card here. And then you're like, fine, I'll use a card. I wanted to use cash, but I couldn't. Then you take out your credit card. Then let's say those bad people, they see it. They're like, oh my gosh, the card is right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're like screaming. They're like little girls, and they're like, I don't know what girls do. Like I don't know, on a sleepover and they meet their best friend. They're like they're like oh they're like they're like oh they're like they're screaming, like oh, oh. Everyone thinks they're a weirdo, but no, this guy's gonna be rich. This guy's gonna be rich pretty soon. Like he snatches it, behind your back. He takes your card and he just like snatches it and he just runs off while smiling. Little criminals like what, dash away, running super fast, and then he finds it. He finds the card machine thing. I don't know, it's card dispenser, a money dispenser. I don't know what it's called, but look at this. And now they're about to put your card in this and get all the money in the world. And soon, they will have all the money in the world. Not really, not all the money, but they'll have more money than they ever had. So they put the card in, and they pull out all the money. Hold up. They pull out all the money they want. All all the money that you will ever need for a few months. And then all they need to do, take it out again until all their money is finished. All the money just gone, just disappeared. Just keep on like, keep on taking and taking and taking. This is all the money coming out. They're practically raining in money. They're like, oh, they never had this much money in the world. They're just dancing around, or there's just money just falling down from the sky from that debit card that you had and they stole. Now I don't want that to happen. First of all, you lost one of your cards, so you got less money. And then, well, you just lost all your money. Well, that's pretty important. And now you might say like, well, you might say like, that's something an idiot would do, you know, like, if you know that you could, why didn't you just check first, you know? Why? People don't check first. Maybe because they're so hyped. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to post this. I'm gonna be so happy. I can't wait to post this. And that little happy rush thing causes them to post the picture without knowing really what's in it. You know, they don't realize that there's like this debit card, you know, or they don't realize that they put, you know, they have their address in there. It's a really sad situation. Now you might reply with, you know, you might reply again with, well then why don't you just delete it later, right? Like after you post it, you delete it. You know, like why don't you do that, man? You know, you call them stupid or something. That's wrong. Don't call people stupid. Just say they made a mistake. You know, even if they delete it. You know. Well, let's go back to that debit card thing. Let's say you delete it. You delete it. You know. So now it's just gone. The picture, the picture you post, it's gone. No one else can see it, right? But let's say, you know, go back to the evil boy, the uh, the the evil guy is like, oh my gosh, this is so important. I must screenshot it. So he screenshot it, you know. He goes check, and then boom, screenshot. Now it's in his gallery. Now it's just there. It's in his gallery, just sitting there doing nothing until later he steals your money, and then yeah, he steals your money. Well, for someone rich, this might not matter or something. It should matter. So yeah, you screenshot it. It goes check, you know. You screenshot it like 70 different times, like, and then, like the evil person goes like, oh. He basically takes all your money. So deleting it won't work. This is why every time you're about to post something, you must always check what there is in the picture. Let's say there's your address. You know, let's say this is your address right now, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just blur it, or just do this. Just scratch it. Just color it away. Just color it. It might make the picture looks worse. You know, look worse. But you know, barely anyone can see it. This is different because it's a digital tablet, so yeah, just just scratch it off. Not, let's give some examples of what you should probably scratch off. Address, card number, phone number, name of like full name of like anyone, unless it's like the president or something. Anyone that's like that not everyone knows. Don't give your full name, unless of course you're an artist. You kind of have to show your full name, because you're like this super popular dude, and you're like, oh, so you probably should show your full name if you're an artist. But you're not, just a normal dude living life. It's like with a suitcase going to work. It's like, you know, just normal person. There you go. Completely normal person. Don't show any of that. Let's repeat it. Address. Your home address. Phone number. Card number. Full name of relatives. Slash you, slash friends. Those are some examples. And another one that you might not notice. Let's say your favorite color. Let's say it's, I don't know, orange or something. Like this really weird shade of orange. This is your favorite color. Now that people know your favorite color, all they need to do is ask if you like this color, specifically this ugly brownie orangey color. There you go. They ask if you like this color. If you say yes, then that means they identify you. They might identify you as the guy who likes the weird shade of orangey brown. It seems subtle, but because of this, they can identify you as someone. Maybe the place where you posted your favorite color, you don't show your face. You don't show your face at all, but you show your favorite color. That means if they find a person that likes this color, then they can identify you. They can identify you. They can see your face if they want to. If you don't show your face, they don't know what your face looks like. They just say, you just said, I like this color. They will identify you and say, this guy's face might look like this, You don't show your face, they look at the face, like, oh, this is what your face looks like. Let's just say you're bald, I don't like bald people. You're bald. And then they identify you as a baldy, and then they go ask more people. They don't find anyone who likes this color, and then they pretty much say, this guy, that's what he looks like. Then he takes a photo of you and say a real life, I don't know, let's say your username, not your username, let's just say you call yourself Puppy Go Burr. Puppy Go Burr as your username on like your social media or something. Now they're just gonna screenshot it and say, this is what Puppy Go Burr looks like. And that's really sad if you're trying to hide your identity on social media. That's why you shouldn't even show your favorite color. You shouldn't even do that. You shouldn't, because it'll just cause people to identify you. They identify you as this guy now, and then if they ask and ask, they'll find a few people, and then now they know, they know what you look like. They might even know your style. Those are some examples of why digital privacy is really important. Here, digital privacy important. This is really important. Here, let me grab a red color here. Keep note of these words. Digital privacy is important. If you don't follow digital privacy, people just know who you are. You might lose a few valuable items, like some of the examples. You lost your money. If they want, and if they're really into it, they see, I don't know, they see your girlfriend, and they're like, let's say this is your girlfriend, let's say you're a boy, and this is your girlfriend, and they're like, oh, that guy has a pretty girlfriend and stuff, and then they just steal it from you. They just, here, this is a cane, you just steal it from me. You just steal your girlfriend away. They're like, hey, I got me a girlfriend. Ha 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 ha. And that is why digital privacy, why digital privacy is important. Very important. And after watching this video, I would like it if you, actually, I don't require you to like. You don't need to do that. You don't need to subscribe. No, you don't need to do that at all. You don't need to share. No sharing, it doesn't matter. If you want to, you can. You don't need to. You don't need to do all of these stuff. Just watch the video. I'm not even looking at this as a real job for me. So you don't need to subscribe, you don't need to like, and you don't need to share. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't. So now, after saying all I need to say, I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Remember, you don't need to like, subscribe, or share. Just keep it to yourself. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you could also don't do it. So now, bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. Very goodbye. Goodbye.